Hello again, Glenn with Wogscapes, and I'm working on the Deathguard table, and I'm just about done what I would call the medium terrain, medium detail terrain, right? Large scale, you're talking about the mountains and cliffs. Medium, it's more about little bits of rocks and cracked earth, and then fine grain is going to, or fine detail is going to be the flocking and sand, stuff like that. So right now I'm working on a transition from what's going to be kind of a barren gravel industrial area over here to the nergly area up here, swampy, grody, mushy stuff, right? And in the middle I'm gonna have cracked earth. So I've seen this done a couple of ways, and I'm experimenting with a new way, and I think it's going well. So what you do is you mix up plaster, you pour it over top of the foam here, and then once it's set up, then you crack it. And you can't even see much at this level, but there's a lot of little tiny cracks in there. And then to make sure it doesn't lift, of course, PVA glue and some water, and just brush it all over really, really thick, and then your paint and everything else on top of that should hold it all together. So I've done some already. Let's bring you a little closer. And I've gouged out some deeper crevasses, and I don't know the best way of doing that. Should I carve out the crevasses and then pour and let it kind of run in and then crack it, or should I pour it and then crack it and then try and carve them in? I'm kind of going both ways here. We'll see which works best. I don't know. And then here's some areas that I've just poured, right, so they're still wet. I'm using hydrostone plaster. So that is a much stronger, heavier plaster than like plaster of Paris or dental plaster. And even when it's, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch thick, it is still ridiculously strong. Like, I'm hitting it with this hammer here. I've seen people do this technique with like a ball or a jar or a can or something, right? I'm using a hammer like this, and I'm hitting it hard, even with like the pointy end here, right? And it's really difficult to crack. So I'm finding it's actually better to just let it start to get set up after an hour or two, and then crack it. And then walk away, of course, and then leave it to finish hardening up, and then it's really hard. Otherwise, it's, yeah, you just can't get small cracks. You only get like big chunks. So there it is, and we'll check back in a little bit, and I'll show you how it's going. Okay, so here's a small area here. I'll try and get the camera right. Where am I working? I'm working in this area here. So it's only been set up for about an hour now, but it's already pretty hard. So here we go. There we are. So you can see those cracks starting to come out. And once you clear away some of that dust, you can see the cracks much better. And then again, just to make sure this doesn't continue to flake up, like that, like that, like that. No, it's not gonna. Again, PVA glue just painted over top. Here's another go at it right here. It's actually quite satisfying. Look at that, it doesn't even break. There we go. Smash, smash, smash. All day long. Smash, smash, smash. Well, I sing a song. Lovely. Okay, the plaster is all set up, and overnight I hosed the whole thing down with PVA glue and water, and that's all dried up now. And what I'm worried about now is any bits and pieces that are sticking up. You can kind of see a little piece right here that's sticking up, maybe right here, and I'm worried about the model sitting on there and not being able to sit flat, and then it's tipping over. But the good thing with this is that, of course, you can just hit it with some sandpaper and take that top off. So I'll be doing this for a while now. And I've vacuumed up all the dust and swept it. Make sure it's all clear. I'm going to do another coat of PVA glue. I don't know, just for fun. So here's the money shot. Here's the finished product here. Oh yeah. I gotta say, I'm actually really happy with the way this turned out. It's not just like, ooh, you turned yellow. Neat. Why are you yellow? Yellow. White. Yeah. What? Yellow. Fine. Yellow. Fluorescent lighting. Yay. Right. I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. It's not just like cracked. It's like shattered, right? Oh, yeah. Let's pull back, show you the full thing here. Yeah! Beautiful. Alright, thank you for watching. Wait, don't close the video, I'm not done yet. Okay, this is going to be a really quick segment here. Might as well add this on to the other part. This is the barren industrial zone here. It's just going to be PVA glue sand, but I've also got some tiles I'm going to put down there, like foundations, right? So you could put your defense lines or buildings on top of those, or not. They could just look like a yeah, the foundation that's been left over and the sand has kind of swept over top of it. And you can see I've drawn grid lines on there. I want them at a bit of an angle, so it's not square to the board. It's a little more dynamic, right? But they are square to each other, right? They follow that, they're parallel, right? So here we go. This is just 1/8 inch MDF board cut into 6x6 tiles, and now I'm going to take a knife and scratch up the edges a little bit so they're not so perfect. There we go. So you're just taking the edge off of there. And being pretty rough about it too. Like, I want little gouges and scratches and crap, right? Which is supposed to look like kind of chip-worn concrete, right? And then next I'm actually just going to take this thing and snap it in half, put it back together, and you'll see little cracks going across there.